Hey YouTube, Bugman here. Want to talk about CCV Reroute, mostly for the Ford Powerstroke 6.0. This can be applied towards some other stuff as well. I was going to give you some ideas of what I did, what didn't work this time. It worked good, but I've still got oil in the intake from it. No issues whatsoever with the turbo seals, so it is not any problems there. The oil's on the front side and there's no oil in the exhaust either. I've already had this turbo off just a couple thousand miles ago. Had checked it, but my heads finally came in, so I'm in the process of a complete teardown, and gonna put the new Kill Devil diesel heads on and do a few other things in the process, but try to go through some of these things, show you guys. Bill Hewitt, he says do not do this whatsoever. Oil in the intake is perfectly fine. I'm going to completely disagree with that. I know others that completely disagree with it as well. The system was not designed to have the accumulation of oil that it produces on these particular 6.0 diesels. I'm not sure on other diesels if it produces as much as these do, but I can't wait to take off my intercooler and see just how much oil is in the bottom of that intercooler, because it's not like there's a drain valve or anything. So I'm going to be washing that out when I tear everything down. But let me switch this around. Oh, by the way, don't mind my little makeshift thing. My garage is not big enough for my truck, and my new shop's not been built, so I put up a little tent to keep me dry when it does rain, because I know this will take me a couple weeks, working a few hours a day after work trying to rebuild at the top end of this entire motor. Let me switch you around. So your CCV crankcase ventilation, original Ford factory would go from here on top of the valve cover, come out here and go straight underneath here. Attaches to that too. You can actually look down through there and see the oil, and that was just cleaned a couple thousand miles ago. So it's still, and this is my system I installed 46,000 miles ago. So I mean, till this day, it still blows oil through there, but it's a little cleaner, I suppose, than what it's just oil vapor mist instead of direct oil, but oil vapor is still going to condensate and become oil. So should have used 1-inch line, and these were 3/4 inch. You can see that right there. So one goes down and one comes back up. This was the original one I had found on YouTube somewhere. Let me take you around and I'll show you where it goes to. So here you can see the tubes come down into a catch can. I personally fabricated the catch can, some PVC, and you can get the oil out of it and water. Oh, apparently there's a lot in there. So anyway, at the top of that I actually have, you probably cannot see it, just a little bit, old school PCV valve, because those breather valves are little, either they're spring loaded or not. I can't remember if they're spring loaded or not, but those are the old valves, you know, on Chevy 350s, whatnot, for gas motors. I thought that would help keep the oil vapor from getting back to it. I just collect my oil, which I do. I collect water vapor, oil coming out of the top of the valves, and even though that looks like a milkshake, that is not in. I do not have any water in my oil, so it's collecting other stuff. Water condensation, not really sure. But anyway, my hand's soaked now, so I'm going to have to do this with the other one. So I'm going to do the Anthony Youngblood at Super Duty Service. I've already started the part what he does, which is puts a pipe in the exhaust. I put my brand new exhaust that I made, and I got to retain my blow-through muffler that I originally had on, and I had a befangled exhaust, deleting the particulate filter, the stock muffler, and had put that on there and had to really work it to get that in. So I went and thought, I don't want to pay, even for a cheap exhaust, it's around $240. I was able to get the back end piece for 60 bucks, 5-foot, 4-inch pipe here for 40, and put everything together. I liked several of the videos from Super Duty Service. I really liked utilizing this clamp that's right in front of the particulate filter, or yes, the particulate filter. Some people call it a CAT. It's not a catalytic converter. Hopefully my welds don't look too ugly. That spot's pretty ugly, but no, none of it leaks. It looks... That's just flex core, so it's not MIG. But anyway, and so I was able to utilize my stock down pipe. I don't believe with a pretty stock motor that you need anything bigger than the stock down pipe. Looking at some of those where it was like, holy crap, they got a 4-inch pipe up there. I thought that was ridiculous. But anyway, let me jump back over here. I'm getting off track. There's my pipe that I welded in. And yes, that's furnace tape for right now, so I was able to use my truck. I did not want to get soot all over the bottom of my truck because I went and did a first coat with primer. And as I'm tearing everything down, I'm going to put another coat on of paint and try to help out all this rusting issue. It's horrible. But I'm going to run this 1-inch. I got to find it. I believe Home Depot probably carries it. 1-inch agricultural line. Watch links. I'm going to try to link it, but I'm not sure if I can just yet. I'm not that smart at it. Link for Super Duty Service on his 4-inch, or sorry, 4-inch exhaust CCV Reroute. And you'll see how that worked. But I'll get my 1-inch line, run that back to where those two black hoses are at, and I'm going to go with the exhaust route. That way I don't have any more oil vapor entering my system. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or anything, just comment below. See you guys.